All right, welcome back to another on-base baseball video. In this game, we are replaying the 1970 NLCS between the Reds and the Pirates. This is game one of the NLCS, and I'm just going to film the last few innings here. Excuse me. And right now it's 4-3, Reds over the Pirates. And the scoring so far has been a bases loaded triple from Lee May. That happened back in the third inning. And also, I want to say there was a walk, a run scored via walk. So I think that goes to Johnny Bench. So 4 runs for the Reds and 3 runs for the Pirates. There was a run scoring single from Richie Hebner in the second inning. Both runs were scored, 2 runs were scored in the second inning. And then there was a sacrifice fly from Alley, the shortstop. So that all happened in the second inning. And then we're 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. In this inning, Manny Sanguillen hit a home run, catcher for the Pirates. So he hit a solo home run to lead off the inning against Gary Nolan for the Reds. So we're 2 outs, just had a double play. Alley hit into a double play, doubled up Hebner, who had got on via single. So we're 2 outs, there's 1 run in, and the new pitcher is Clay Carroll. So Carroll's coming into the game. Gary Nolan is out, and Carroll got the I took Nolan out after the home run. So there's a home run, and then a single, and then a double play. So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Reds are still up 4-3, sort of hanging on by a thread. And this is using the 1970s game engine chart and the roster sheets. So I have those roster sheets online that I'm just referencing. So we have need for a pinch hitter, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab the pinch hitter. I've already pinch hit for Doc Ellis back in the 5th inning, so we're sort of on the pinch hitter train. And let me find that pinch hitter. Okay, so we're going to go with Bob Robertson as he enters the game. He is actually a 25 batting runs for the year, so good spot for him. Maybe he can tie it up and poke one out, and let's see. He'll be facing Clay Carroll from the Reds. Carroll with a 2.76 FIP. Unreal. So he's gonna be pitching out of this column over here. Great reliever for the Reds. Here's a 4.5. 4.5 from Carroll is nothing, and a 4.5 here is gonna be a single. So that's a pinch hit knock for Bob Robertson as he keeps the inning alive, turns it back over to I believe it's Matty Alou. 5.6 to Alou is going to be a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. But the Pirates do pick up 1, and they get 1 run closer. It's now 4-3 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. The Reds will have Bernie Carbo, Helms, the second baseman, Woodward, the shortstop, coming up. They are facing Walker. He's actually kind of sort of a long-term pitcher. He's already faced 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's faced 9 batters. He can go 16. He was sort of a bridge player for Pittsburgh, trying to get him to the later innings. Doc Ellis came out after 5 innings, having given up 4 runs. So I tried to stick with him as long as I could, but I think it backfired. in the 3rd inning, he gave up the game. So all right, Bernie Carbo is a 40 batting runs player, so batting in the six hole. So a 3-4. This could be a real problem. Walker is a 304 FIP, so he's pitching out of here, so no issue there. So he's got a strikeout. And just to let you know, if he had been pitching out of any other column, I mean, here it would have been an automatic home run, but to a 30 plus batting runs player, that's gonna be a home run, a chance for a home run for anyone from a 10 to and up. It would have been a chance for a home run. So 34 is your home run number for the most part. You've also got a home run on a 33 here. And then for the light hitters, there's a home run chance at a 66. So those are sort of your home run rolls, home run numbers. Helms is up next. Helms is 0 for 3 with a couple flyouts. That's a 1-4. A 1-4. He's a minus 39, so he's in this very first column. So that's going to be a hit by pitch or a walk. It's going to be a walk. So bottom of the order, he draws a walk. He's at first with 1 out. Woodward is up now. Woodward is a minus 16, so we have a 45 and a minus 16. It's going to be a single, and you can see the asterisk there. That means it's a long single. So what is his speed value? Speed value is 3. So he's going to stay at first base. He's not going to take second, but every runner on base gets 2 bases instead of just 1. So a long single sends the runner on first to third. We got first and third with 1 out. And we're going to need to pinch hit. It's the first time in the game having to pinch hit for Gary Nolan's spot. Right now, Clay Carroll isn't in that spot. Carroll went. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. I think this is a spot where you can try to blow the game open, so I'm going to go ahead and pull him, even though he's a top flight pitcher. He got him out of a situation in the last inning. So let me find a Reds pinch hitter. All right, we're going to slide Hal McRae into the pinch hitter spot, and he is going to be hitting for Clay Carroll, so we'll have to input a new pitcher starting in the next inning. Same here, we need to find ourselves a new pitcher. So Walker is out of the game. We pinch hit for him, and we're going to find a new Pittsburgh pitcher. And the new pitcher for the Pirates is going to be Dave Giusti. I think that's how you say it. He's a right-hander coming in out of the bullpen, 301 FIP, and he can go 6 batters, so potentially he could actually close out this game. We'll see what happens with the Pirates as they go along. So it's going to be the new pitcher Giusti against Hal McRae leading off. Actually he's coming into a first and third situation with 1 out. So there's the pitch to McRae. It's a 5-6. The pitcher's coming out of this last column here. McRae is a 1, and so that is going to be a strikeout. So a big strikeout for the Pirates. And 2 down now, runners at the corners with Pete Rose at the plate. So there's a 2-3. A 2-3 to Rose is going to be a 28. He's in this last column. Actually, he's here in this column. So it's a ground out with an error check, ground out to the second baseman, and that's going to be an E4. So a huge play in the game as the Reds get another run, an insurance run here on the E4. That's on Dave Cash. So big time error there. Now 2 outs with runners at first and second base, and it's going to be Bobby Tolan to the plate. 2-6. Tolan was a 28 batting runs that year, so it's going to be here. That's a long single. Tolan has a 7, so this is actually going to turn into a double as Tolan stretches it out on the long single to the gap, and that is going to score. That's going to score 1. Runner from second base, and it's going to push the runner at first to third. So we get first and third with 2 out, 2 runs already in the top of the 8th inning, and Juicy is not providing any relief. Here's a 2-3 to Perez, playing third. 2-3 to Perez is here. It's a ground out with an error check. Ground out to the shortstop. This time the shortstop makes the pick over to first, and that gets the Pirates out of the inning, but not before the Reds put up 2 in the top of the 8th inning. So they're now up 6-3 in this NLCS game 1. So we're going to head to the bottom of the inning. We need to find a new pitcher for the Reds, so let me get that real quick. Okay, the new pitcher for the Reds is going to be Don Gullett. Gullett was coming out of the bullpen in 1970. He had a 305 FIP, and he can go 7 hitters for his stamina. So he had no games started that year, so he was coming purely out of the bullpen. But had a great year, and with his 7 stamina, may be able to just go ahead and finish out the game. We'll see what happens in this inning, but they need to bring in the big guns against the middle of the order. For the Pirates, it's going to be Cash, Clemente, and Willie Stargell coming up. If one of them can get on, then it's Oliver and Sanguillen. So heart of the order coming up for the Pirates. This is really their last good opportunity, I'm sure, to be able to put runs on the board. So let's see what happens. Bottom of the 8th inning, 1970 NLCS, 6-3 is our score. Reds over the Pirates. That's a 2-6, and a 2-6 to Dave Cash is going to be a ground out. So that's a ground out to the second baseman. Go 4-3 on the put out, and that's going to bring up Roberto Clemente. A 2-3 to Clemente is going to be a ground out to be a ground out to the shortstop, but we have a plus, so we're going to do a little error check here, and shortstop makes the play. That's going to be Woodward as he picks it up, flings it over to May, and an easy second out in the inning. Willie Stargell to the plate, a 2-3, also going to be the same thing, ground out with, you can see here on the 2-3 line, it's just a ground out with an error check. So that's a grounder to Pete Rose at third base. Rose is able to get to it, and he's up and he's over, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Gullett in the bottom of the 8th as he shuts down the heart of the Pirates order. And we move to the top of the 9th inning. Reds are up 6-3. It's going to be Johnny Bench, Lee May, and Bernie Carbo. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to have Juicy try to finish out the game. Hopefully he doesn't get in any trouble. 2-3. So that's going to be a ground out to the first baseman. Do a little error check, and the first baseman is Al Oliver. He makes the play, runs it over to the bag, so we'll go 3 unassisted on that, and that's going to be first out of the inning. Lee May to bat. Another 2-3. 2-3s are running crazy here. It's going to be a ground out back to the pitcher. Let's see, the pitcher, I don't know what his rating is. Let me check that. Okay, so Juicy is a positive on his defense rating, so that's going to be no error. He actually makes the play. He's going to go 1-3 over to the first baseman, Oliver, and so that's going to be the second out of the inning. 2 down, nobody on for Bernie Carbo. A 3-4 is going to be trouble, and Carbo, we're pitching out of this first column here, so no trouble at all. That's going to be a big strikeout for Juicy as he gets out of the inning 1-2-3. Gives the Pirates an opportunity here. They're still within striking distance as they are down 6-3 in this 1970 NLCS as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last opportunity for the Pirates, and it's going to be Al Oliver, Sanguillen, and Richie Hebner up to bat against Don Gullett, who we're just going to leave in to try to finish the game. So we have a 1-3, 1-3 to Oliver. Oliver is a -2 batter that season, so it's going to be a ground out to second base. So far, Gullet is the ground out man with 4 batters up, 4 ground balls. Here's a 3-5. That's going to go to Sanguian. Sanguian is a 5. So 3-5, another ground out. That's right back to the pitcher. He's able to handle it, underhands it to first. And that's going to be 2 down. The Reds are 1 out away from winning this first game of the 70 NLCS. So this to Richie Hebner, a 1-4 is nothing. And so we go to Hebner's side, a 1-4 for a 12. That's going to be a single. So he manages to keep the game alive as he pulls one through the hole and between third and short. So we got a runner at first base, and Allie is the hitter. Let's see if we can find a better pinch hitter. He's a -15. Let's see if we can bump somebody up a column or two. All right, so we're going to go with Gene Kleins as a pinch hitter. He's coming here in the 9th inning, 2 outs, runner at first base, and Kleins is facing Don Gullet. Let's see if he can keep the inning going. A 2-4, probably not going to happen. 2-4 is a blank here, and Kleins is a 2 on the season. That's going to be a double play or a strikeout. So Gullet gets the pinch hitter. Kleins, he gets him swinging on the last at bat of the game, and that's it. So the Reds are going to win this one 6-3 in Pittsburgh as they take game 1 of the 1970 NLCS. Winner of this game is going to be Gary Nolan, I believe. I think Doc Ellis is going to take the loss. The Reds never relinquished the lead after the 3rd inning, so it's going to be Nolan with the win and Ellis with the loss. Nolan goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 innings. So Nolan goes 6 innings for the win. Doc Ellis out after 5 innings, and a little bit of mop-up work, mostly relief for the Pirates. Not totally. They gave up 2 runs after Ellis left the game, and bullpen pitched very well. Clay Carroll, Don Gullet for the Reds gave up 1 run over the last 3 innings or so, 4 innings. So that is on-base baseball using the on-base dice roller, the new 1970s game engine chart. So really good game there. And kind of a wild game with a triple from Lee May, 3-run triple. That was the big hit for the Reds. Also, they had what was it? They had a 2-run double. 2-run double from Bobby Tolan. That was sort of the backbreaker in the 8th inning. And then got a home run from Manny Sanguian, RBI single from Richie Hebner, and a sac fly from Allie, the shortstop for Pittsburgh. That was a scoring for them, their 3 runs. And everything looks pretty balanced. Not too many Ks in the game, but just enough. Not too many walks in the game, just enough. And only 1 home run in the game. So keeping a little more true to the 1970s than if you had played these teams with sort of the modern game engine chart, the first game engine chart that I've released. This will be available as a full set, so I need to make sure. I've seen some issues with the 1970 set, so I'm glad I played that. But essentially, these are going to be roster sets, so probably 20 to 30 pages per season of every single player who played that season. Doesn't matter if he came in and threw 1 pitch. Doesn't matter if he came in and he got 1 out. Doesn't matter if he's never got an at-bat, but he just came in and pinch ran. So if someone got into a game, they're in this set. So from 1970 to 1979, it's going to be 10 seasons of every player that ever played. So this is sort of a dream set for if you love like exact replays and you want to have every player available they're not carded. There's no cards, but using the scorecard here, you can easily just fill in their values. And so all the values that you need in order to play on base baseball are included with the roster sheets, as well as all the stats that normally would come on the cards themselves. So I'm using the same thing. It's just now you have sheets of players with stats as opposed to having the cards. So nothing to cut out, nothing to keep track of or separate, just full pages of stats broken down by each file is 1 year. So we have hitters and pitchers broken down into, separated out, I guess, or organized in by team. So you can easily find the team that you're looking for, find the player, and then insert them in. It will be your job to make sure that you are using players well, I guess, or rightly. There's also a group of players. If a player's been traded, they don't have a team. So if you don't find one inside of the team that you're looking for and you know that he played for them, you look at the top players, the very first players, and those are players who were traded or retired, I guess, or something happened as far as a transaction that year with that player. So you would look in that section to find out where that player is. All right. Well, I think that's all for now. I'll let everybody know, excuse me, when that set is available. And shouldn't be too long. I'm just play testing through it just to make sure I don't find anything wrong. And for the most part, the roster sheets are done. A little tweaking here and there probably needs to be done, but otherwise, everything is good to go. And I'll be releasing that. I'll let you know in the forums or on the On Base Facebook page as well when that comes available. I know a lot of guys want to play the 70s. They want to play the 80s. Some guys want to play the 60s, but getting a lot of requests for the 70s and the 80s. So I'll probably focus on those as the first ones. And I'd like to just sort of reproduce the history of baseball, honestly, using these roster sheets. So I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to have. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions about the game or this game, love to hear them. Love to hear your thoughts about the game, how it plays, what your thoughts are just on base baseball, and leave those down in the comments section below. Don't forget to like or subscribe to the channel, and I'll trying to put out a little bit more video content, especially as I'm play testing these games, just so you can see how to play them and how the flow goes. But as always, thank you very much for subscribing if you have already. And if you haven't, just click subscribe and click that bell and you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. It's coming out 1 or 2 a week, I guess, at this point, just kind of as I have time. All right, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.